right, 13 through 17 on the homework, it says get the mean, the median, and the mode. At this point, we sort of drifted into section 2.3. All that other stuff was section 2.1. Section 2.2 is other ways of presenting data. And some of them are useful, like a pie chart is a really useful thing, but it's not like you're going to ever draw one by hand. If you want to make a pie chart, you go into Excel and you make a little thing and then you highlight it and then it gives you a lovely pie chart. You really don't want to be drawing a pie chart out by hand the way the book suggests. So it's there, other ways of presenting data, and it's things like pie charts, but you're not going to be asked to do one of those on an exam. So we've moved on to 2.3. All right, the mean, the median, and mode. These all are they call them measures of central tendency. Okay, so where's the kind of center of the things that you've got, where people kind of falling in the middle somewhere. Now, these two formulas are both for the mean. It's the average. It says add them all up and divide by however many you have. We've done averages before. Okay, so this little wiggly thing here that looks almost like a capital E is a capital sigma, and it means sum. So this is add up all your numbers and then divide by however many you have. And this is exactly the same thing. Add up all your numbers and divide by however many you have. And there's almost no difference between these formulas except that one has a capital N and that one has a little n. And then they're called different things. This one, I'm always going to pronounce that X bar. And this one is a lowercase Greek m. It's a mu. It looks kind of like a U. It's supposed to be a lowercase m, so it's a mu, which is short for mean. Okay, this is the one the U.S. Census would use. When you're doing a parameter, population, this capital N stands for the entire population. And when you're doing a statistic, you're supposed to use little n for the number of people you talk to. So basically, we're going to do X bar all the time. Mu is basically the theoretical out there. If you could do everyone on the entire planet, that would be one thing. We're always you can be doing statistics. So this is really the formula for us, X bar. Okay, and so what it was add them all up and divide by however many you have. So I get up my calculator and I go 6 plus 6 plus 9 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5 and so on until I put all these numbers in there, and there's like 13 of them. Okay, and then I divide that out. Find it on paper here. Okay, and I get like 6.23. Okay, I added them all up and I divided by however many I have. I saved a couple decimal places just to be impressive and show that I actually used my calculator because I got decimal places. Okay, and that's the average. And that can be done on the calculator. Well, it can also be, that's the old-fashioned way to do it on the calculator. It can also be done using these stats buttons. There's a stat button right here. This is why you want this. And next week, I'm giving you like a week to get a hold of one of these calculators because it will do this. But at the same time, by the time you've put all these numbers in your calculator, not only does it give you this, but it gives you a whole bunch of other information at the same time without any extra work. So doing it by hand, 6 plus 6 plus 9 plus 9, that's great, okay? And it'll give you the answer every single time. So, you know, if this was the only formula we were ever doing in this class, that'd be a great way to do it. But there's a lot of other more complicated formulas, and you will be happy that you don't have to do those formulas, which is why you're going to get one of these. Okay, anyway, so that's how, for right now, I mean, you might want to hold off and see if you want to do these homework problems after you've seen how to do it on the calculator. Anyway, so I've done that one. Now the median. The median is rearrange them all from lowest to highest. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, because I had like 6 of those. And then I have 3 6s. And I have a 7 and an 8 and a couple of 9s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Okay. So I've got them all rearranged from lowest to highest, and then you pick the middle spot. Okay, well, this 6 right here is the very center, because there's 6 over there on that side, and there's 6 over there on that side. Okay, so the median is whichever one's in the center, which in this case is 6. You have to rearrange them first, and then do that. Now, if there was a tie, if instead of there being 13 of these, there was 12 of these, okay, then the middle spot is right there on that comma right there. You kind of have to go halfway between that 5 and that 6, and you'd have to call it 5.5. Okay, if there's an even number of them, that's always going to happen. If there's an odd number of them, like in this case when there's 13 of them, there is a middle one, and I'll just land right on the middle one. Now, the advantage, again, of waiting and doing it all in the calculator is if I put this list of numbers up here, didn't do any rearranging, just put this list of numbers in the calculator and said, hey, calculator, tell me what the mean of those is, and I got this number. At the same time, among the other things it would tell me is it would tell me that the median was 6. Okay, and I wouldn't have had to rearrange, and I wouldn't have to understand this whole thing about there being something about the center, and if it's even and if it's odd. I could just, at the same time I know 6.23, I could also know 6 without any extra work. All right, now mode. Mode is whichever one there's the most of. Okay, and there's, even if I didn't rearrange them like this, even if I'm still looking up here, I can tell you there's a whole bunch of 5s. 5 is the mode because there's more 5s than there is of anything else. Okay, now the calculator, when we do that calculation next week, the calculator won't actually tell me the mode, but the mode is the easiest one. You can just look at it and go, oh, it's 5. So the calculator won't do mode, but that was the easy one. Didn't need to put anything in or do anything. So the mode is the easy one. My calculator will give me these two using the stats button next week once we've gone over that.